Hey, what's up guys? Mr. Freecoiner coming back to you again today. I hope everybody's doing well and you are taking care of yourselves. I do want to say that I am not a financial analyst. I am simply sharing my thoughts and opinions, so please don't take anything I say as advice. Guys, I do have to ask you to bear with me today. I'm going to do the best I can to get through this without any hiccups. But I got some bad news yesterday. So yeah, I'm still trying to deal with that, but I'm going to do my best to not let it affect me. All right. Moving into this, guys, as you can see here, we have had a flash crash. Bitcoin's down below 8,000. XRP has dropped down to 41 cents. I mean, the whole market is red right now. I kind of, now there are a few greens sprinkled here and there, but I think we're headed for something, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that something is about to happen. This is just really strange that all of a sudden it's just going to drop down like this. Now, there are some folks out there who are kind of talking about some TA that they have done and what they're noticing, but I'll leave that, guys, up to you to check that out. I think the guy Awake and who else? A couple other people were saying something about it. But either way, yeah, just check that out for yourself. I'm not, of course, I'm not dealing with the TA portion of it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Big banks announce fiat-pegged XRP killer crypto for settlements. Now, I find it a bit strange that we have this crash and also these fuddish negative articles are being released. So you know, it always seems to me that they do this almost to kind of blame the articles, but to be honest with you, I think there's a lot more going on in the background. Yeah, I'm not going to get all into it, but yeah, there's really more going on in the background than we would be able to see. So yeah, so here it's talking about the what is it, the Swedish bank. Hold on, let me I think that was this one. Well, you know what, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Banking giants in the US, Japan, and across Europe have created a consortium that will use cryptocurrency technology and cross-border transfers. The move also presents a direct competitor for Ripple's XRP token. All right, settlement crypto coins for international remittance. According to the Nikkei Asian Review, large banking corporations in Japan like MUFG and Sumitomo have led their counterparts in the US and Europe to establish Finality International. So essentially what they're getting into, it wasn't the Swedish thing actually, but essentially what they're talking about is creating their own crypto. So more of this, and then the fact they come here and say, is XRP going to become irrelevant? Now, essentially, this is something they haven't even started yet. From the way the article reads, it's something they are about to do. So it's really, it's very, it just is ridiculous for it to be stated in such a way. But again, these are fuddish articles. It's just really meant more to get to capture you with the title than anything. There's no real meat to this, and as we all know, I mean, it's kind of like the JPM coin. It's not going anywhere. Who's going to use it? What other banks? I mean, seriously, what other banks are going to actually use it? Actually, here they do mention this. Is it here? So Ripple. Let me go ahead and read this. So will Ripple and XRP become irrelevant? Finality USC concept is yet another addition to the class of potential Ripple XRP competitors. Not at all factual. The basic thesis of what the consortium is trying to achieve looks a lot like what Ripple has been trying to sell to banks the world over. So no, they haven't been trying to. They have been selling to banks the world over, and they are already established with central banks. I know there are going to be people that inevitably are looking to get into XRP and they will likely run across an article like this and, you know, fall into the FUD or the lies, really. All right, so moving on, banking institutions may be more amenable to the use of USCs than XRP in any of the current Ripple cross-border payment bundles. Yeah, all right. So though crypto purists would argue that permissioned and centralized infrastructure like Finality and the USC are nonsense and aren't cryptocurrencies at all. So I think most of us have come to the understanding that really we're not even talking about cryptocurrencies. We are talking about digital assets. So the fact that, you know, they're saying this right here, it just, you know, it just makes no sense at all. And it, you know, it seems to me that at some point these publications would be afraid of having their reputations tarnished, because to put out such blatant misinformation, it just makes no sense. All right. Yeah, and as they even mentioned here, they're permissioned and centralized. Who's going to use it? What other bank outside of these companies, these banks, are going to use it? It makes no sense. USC also looks like a lot like JPM coin. Yes, because it's exactly like JPM coin. Because JPM's coin will be used by JPM, nobody else. All right, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. You guys get the gist of that. All right, Ripple and XRP, an uncertain future and banking hangs in the balance. Okay, so essentially what I'm doing, I'm just going over these fuddish articles just so, you know, anybody that maybe runs across my video, look, do not fall in for this BS. It is just BS. XRP is already distributed. It's already being used. It's in place. None of these so-called coins or whatever they're talking about is going to outdo XRP. It just isn't. As it mentioned, they're permissioned, they're centralized. It just won't happen. And you're talking about another, basically like a tether or you know, a stable coin that nobody wants to use. Who's going to trust it? I mean, it's pegged to fiat, which essentially is not a good idea anyway. All right, so I'm not even going to go into this either. I am going to go ahead and move on to this right here. This was actually a tweet from Mr. Willy Wonka, or now he's known as Bull Run Wonka. All right, so just to kind of get into his tweet here, programmatic sales of XRP, meaning market sales. This doesn't include OTC sales, which come with stipulations. Ripple is essentially driving demand while decreasing market supply. This means XRP price will rise. Guys, this is something that I was saying a little while ago. Ripple is going to increase the scarcity of XRP. They want the price of XRP to go up as well. The lion's share, I'll say, of their coins, or a very large portion of their coins, are locked up. And they don't have immediate access to them. It's coming out month by month, and a lot of people have also suggested that they may have already allocated all of those coins that are out that are locked up to a specific entity or maybe a group of entities. So either way, we are headed for increased prices very, very soon. That's basically what it's coming down to. It is crunch time. They want to make money. There is not going to be another year of bear market. There isn't going to be any more of this. If you are listening to the BS out there, then you are doing the wrong thing. Make sure you keep your eyes open and you are watching what's being released. And not only that, look and read between the lines. It's all right there in front of your eyes, okay? Just like in the forum that was done, they never mentioned XRP. I was telling a buddy of mine earlier today, that tells you a lot of what you need to know. And what is that? It's that they don't want us buying XRP. They're protecting XRP. They don't want anybody buying it, any more of us having it than absolutely necessary. That's, they put all this FUD out there to make people sell, to keep the price down. They dip the price so people lose confidence and they sell their investment. It is blatantly plain to see. The one thing that you would do if you wanted to divert someone's attention, you just don't mention the thing that you don't want them looking at. And you point them somewhere else. Tell them about Litecoin. Tell them about Bitcoin. Put the hype out there. That's what you do. And you never speak about the very thing you don't want them to buy. This is the same situation my friend did bring back to my memory that this article was put out. I forget who it was by, who actually mentioned it. It might have been, honestly, it was actually a writer who mentioned this. But either way, what the story was, and I can't remember where it was, but it was a guy who was buying up people's land. And this is a place that was full of gold. So, and guys, I cannot remember what it was, but you'll know what I'm talking about. So he essentially made it seem as though he was doing them a favor by buying all of their land. Okay, some people they even forced to sell. And what ended up happening? Well, once he had all of the land, everyone had to come to him to be able to do anything with it, to be able to mine or get any of the gold that was lying in this land. It's the same thing. Same thing here. They don't want XRP being sold to plebes, as I've mentioned before. All right, so now that I've gone into that dissertation, let's go ahead and read this tweet that Mr. Willy Wonka put out. In the short term, this means Ripple's sales of XRP in Q2 2019 will be substantively lower as a percentage of reported volume than in the previous quarter, with our stated target of 20 BPS for programmatic sales of XRP volume as reported by CoinMarketCap, likely dropping to less than 10 BPS longer term by being more demanding about our expected standards for the market, structure, and reporting. We hope to begin raising the bar for the industry worldwide, or rather industry-wide. Sorry about that. So yes, I do believe that the little picture, whatever that Bearable guy put out, did have something to do with this. It was, he had CKJ basically raising the bar, but I think it all means a lot of stuff. And just to kind of, I know I mentioned CKJ. I know a lot of people don't like CKJ. I have no feelings one way or the other. I generally don't let my emotions get involved with things, where it's related to my finances, because that's where you start to make some bad mistakes. Just to kind of get into that situation, I know you guys have seen this happening now. Also, guys, as you can see here, the volumes have been going crazy. Actually, just a few minutes ago, it was right at 1 billion here in the trade volume. Something is going on behind the scenes. So again, just be ready. Have your boots on, your space boots, and your helmet on, guys. Be ready for it. But anyway, this whole situation with CKJ, it's unfortunate, because you got somebody who has been kind of or rather, just a well-known guy or person in the XRP community, and it's sad that things turned out like this. Now, he hasn't necessarily done anything to me. I haven't been involved in that. Like I mentioned in a tweet that I put out there, I just said I have noticed that he has ignored some of my tweets before. Who knows exactly why? He actually told me that he didn't see it. It really doesn't matter to me either way. Me watching his streams and videos and whatnot. Hey, did I get some red flags? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty good judge of character, but I typically, hey, I look at it like, let that person go ahead and do what they're going to do. Eventually, if it comes to it, they'll hang themselves, And if that's where we are with that, then that's what it is. From all the tweets and the screenshots that were sent out, it looks pretty bad against him. It looks like he isn't producing. I know Sam is kind of hitting him hard with the, asking him to produce evidence that he has passed on money that was given to him to St. Jude. So far, from what I can see, he has not produced that evidence. And honestly, once you get in Sam's crosshairs, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, he's a very relentless guy, and I can definitely appreciate that about him. So yeah, you're in good hands with Sam. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see how it all turns out. I really hope that the allegations against the guy, he hasn't done all of that, but it'll turn out for itself. If he has done it, hey, everything comes to light that's done in the darkness. So that's really all there is. Anyway, that's all I have for you tonight, guys. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed this this video. And speaking of stream, I will be doing that this week. So I'll try to put some advance notice out there. But then again, maybe not. Maybe I won't, just to kind of do a little bit of a test again, just to, increase my comfort level. But either way, I will be back in front of you guys, and I very much look forward to it. Again, I think we're headed for some very good times in the next week, 2 weeks, sometime this month. So be ready, guys. Anyway, make sure that if you have not already done so, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, also the like button, and the post notification button, so you know when I have posted again. Guys, until next time, this has been Mr. Free Coiner. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.